Well, unfortunately, this is how the morning gets started off whenever you try to do some field work for once. Try to get out of the office, get some fresh air, do some field work. This is what happens. This is the lesson here. Don't leave the office. Arise, tire. Let's go to Moe's Tire Service. Become one with the crappy tires, or hopefully be repaired. Cause I'm cheap. Let's loosen them up a little bit, guys. When you lift that wheel up, they're easy to come off. There. Well, looks like this tire got nailed. Hopefully this can be repaired. Because like I said, I'm a cheap mama jamma. Our job here. Got our fan, nice. It's a little warm North Carolina day. Got our Rheem. It's gonna fit supply in here. Base box here. I gotta reframe this in metal. Shifting the unit this way. Gonna frame off this side. So I'm gonna get to work on that. Have some angle. Standing S-lock and regular S-lock to make that happen. Want to make sure it's rigid here on the front so it doesn't buckle. So I'm going to get started on that, you guys, and I'll show you that on the flip side. And we have another standing S-lock here to be the rail for the unit, and a piece of 1.5 inches, and I cut it down on the other side to match this 1.5 inch angle just to firm this up. And to create a ledge, I can put a piece of metal on right there, seal it off. It can be tape or mastic and insulated or whatever. So I'm going to go cut the piece of metal, get everything fitted up right here. Then we can move on to get everything worked up for the top side, which is not going to meet the bottom side, so I just might make a 4-piece fitting straight to the unit. Haven't quite decided yet. So we have a new Rheem air handler right here. It is a Rheem, I don't know, RH1T48, baby. 21-inch air handler. Had to get to the top here. It's not perfect. I straightened it up with some janky hanging straps. I'm going to try to get the first panel in the back put on. I have to fit up some S-lock right through here. That'll sturdy it up, plus whenever I go to put the panel on there, it'll fit right up in there and make a good bond. So I'm gonna get started on that, and I'll show you guys some of the progress. Here on the back side I have my ugly brace here. Let me step back, and you can see it's a little bit lower on this side than it is on this side. It's within 1 inch, even though this angle kind of makes it look like it's not. I want to push it in so it's flush going to the unit. I have my drawing right here, 25 3/4 across the top, 21 across the bottom, and we have top and bottom. Left side 4 3/8, it's 5 1/4 on the other side, so you see it's just about 1 inch, 7/8. And as you can see, it offshoots on this side, it's wider on the top than on the bottom. There's going to be flanges on all 4 sides. Flange goes into the S-lock, folds down across the top of the unit, screws in. On this side, it flanges in to catch the other door that'll be on this side. Same deal on this side. It'll flange in so another panel can fit into it with S-lock.
Transformer out of the train because it's better.
Is that right?
This
is the old equipment that came out. It's a train, fancy too. Super fancy. XL19i 2006. It doesn't seem that long ago. They should have lasted longer than this. Being unstoppable and all. Variable speed blower motor looks like. Those were pretty trusty, I think. We got the two contactors for the two different compressors. Start capacitor, run capacitor. Control board for defrost and probably a little bit more than that. Fan motor capacitor, I guess it had a PSC fan back then. Pretty interesting stuff. These 3-pole contactors. Pretty cool. Pretty neat stuff. Most of the guts are gone. I think it had a refrigerant leak as well. I don't see any oil, but she's gone. Farewell, old friend, farewell. Well, guys, I'm heading home. Didn't get a whole lot of the job because of the old tire incident this morning, but I was glad to be back out in the field. Guys asked me what I missed most about the field, and it's troubleshooting. But another thing that I didn't really think about at that moment was I did enjoy working with my brother. And it didn't always start out like that either. It started out where we fought like cats and dogs and everybody had to be the boss. My father, even my mother worked with us for a while. My father, my mother, my brother, sometimes my younger brother, and myself. And we all wanted to run the show. We all wanted to be the one in charge. And in the end, you just kind of have to accept the fact that when you're on a job site, there's one chief, there's one boss, and the guys who aren't the boss just have to suck it up and do what the boss says. And that was a valuable lesson that kind of got ingrained into me as time went by. So with that mindset now, me and my brother work together. I go help him. You know, he says what he wants to do. I just do it. I have fun. Make a little video while we're doing it. One of my favorite parts is getting clips for the show now because I enjoy getting back in there and getting my hands dirty every now and then. I do miss it. But I also love what we're doing now with the show, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. It was just a fun experience making some metal work, having some fun with a 4-piece fitting, and now we're going to get back to the show